All right, it's now 29 minutes past 6. Good morning. The newspaper review segment of the Morning Crossfire continues with me, Ifemi Andrew. Let's quickly go back to the Vanguard newspaper. But before we do that, get on Facebook if you haven't joined the conversation. You know, I never get tired of telling you this because, I mean, it's a great way to listen to us from wherever you are. What it does is not just give you the opportunity to hear us, but you also get to watch and see who is speaking. So go on Facebook and search for Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. You would see the logo. Like the page. That's the first thing you do. Like the page with over 200,000 followers there. So you like the page and you go to the live stream. Do well to join us on the live stream. Drop your comments. You can react to the headlines or every other headline, whether from the news. Just react to them almost instantly. So you drop your comments there, and don't forget to share and like. Okay, like the live stream and share as well. Very simple. Now, once you do that, you can also go to X and do the same thing. Nigeria Info PH is the handle on X. Nigeria Info PH. On YouTube, it is also Nigeria Info PH. So now that we got all of that out of the way, let's get back to some headlines. A few more on the Punch newspaper before we go to the Vanguard. 75% of Rivers primary schools lack teachers. 90% dilapidated. Fubara. That's on the Punch. Edo APC chair visits Shaibu, condemns impeachment. Well, there's a lot of drama going on in Edo State, and I tell you, we would be giving you all of the details on that one, speaking to those that need to be spoken to. Immigration officers accused of assault to face probe. This one here says Tinubu celebrates Dangote at 67. Government to meet traders over Dosumu market fire. Well, that's a very sad one. Very, very sad one. On the Vanguard newspaper, this one says 78% North Oil ownership claim. Niger Delta stakeholders slam Bugaje. I was watching this interview, and I mean, I was trying to wrap my head around it. So you could get yourself details of this on the Vanguard newspaper and figure out what was being said. I can only give you just a little bit of a hint into the conversation. Leaders of the Niger Delta who were blasting a former presidential aide, Usman Bugaje, because he made certain remarks, and the remarks were that the North owned 78% of the crude oil in Nigeria. So I was listening to that conversation, and you understand why people got really alarmed by it. So find details on the Vanguard. Another one says tariff hike, 20 hours supply for Band A customers under threat. That threat is no longer a threat. I think it's a reality. Calling it a threat now would be understatement. Band A customers no longer stay with 20 hours. I think it's around 15 to 18 hours now, because those who are on Band B, who used to have about 15 to 16, 17 hours of power, now have about 10 hours or even less in some cases. So, tariff hike, 20-hour power supply for Band A customers under threat. I think it's no longer a threat, it's a reality. For those of you who live in the Band A areas, that is where we call federal light areas. Tell me if you still have power for 20 hours, please, so that we know that we're not just saying anything. And a very sad one, Nollywood actor Junior Pope is dead. Very sad. It happened yesterday. The news came in yesterday, and it was shocking. Senate hails federal government's payment of 4.83 trillion naira ways and means. All of those headlines on the Vanguard newspaper. Let's quickly go on to Facebook now and take some of your comments, shall we? Don't forget, again, if you haven't joined the Facebook community, do so. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That is the handle. Join the live stream now. Drop your comments, like the live stream, and don't forget to click on the share button. Very important as well. So let's see what you're saying on Facebook. Skillful Piro says 75% of Rivers primary schools lack teachers. 90% dilapidated. Fulbara Governor Sim is not far from the truth, especially in Eche. Larry Spieth says, good morning. I thank Emeka Woke for confirming that Wike asked them to vote APC for president in 2023 general elections. This same instruction is what Wike has been denying. I saw a report from Facebook page of Canada. No. Christian Williams, for me, I still believe that this increase in electricity tariff in this hard time is not a good one. Good morning. The governor is saying the truth. Miro says that. Gift says statement credited to the Rivers State governor on state of public schools in Rivers State is not far from the truth. Patrick Amadi says, good morning. Governor Fulbara promised to revamp education, agriculture, etc. Okay, I think you meant it's a good one. Engineer Ezekiah says the death of the actor Junior Pope is a sad one. My condolences to the family. Really sad. I knew that later on certain reports came out that he's still alive, that he did not die, and etc. etc. I think somebody's even saying that he saw a post on KOK's page saying that he's not dead. But as at the time we got that report, the confirmation was that he was dead. If anything changes, you definitely get to hear. But as at the time we got that report, then as at this moment, there's not been any other report disputing that he is passed on. So this is it. He's dead. He's dead. That's what the report is right now. Raymond Eze Aliko said, each time I listen to the governor, I see a man with great vision for the state. Indeed, he has the masses at heart. And rest in peace, Junior Pope. Really sad. Really sad. I saw a video of him on a boat. I think it was the last video he did before he passed on the River Niger. No life jackets. No, and I was saying, why? If you don't know, why even if you know how to swim, you need a life jacket. Like, you don't do this. It's really sad. I think we just have to learn and grieve at the same time. Raymond is said each time I listen to I took that already. Lorenzo Delight, I think I took yours before. You said the death of Junior Pope could have been averted if safety measures were taken. True. And Anobi says Pope's allegedly dead. The president of Actors Guild Nigeria who visited him in the hospital said he's alive and responding to treatment. Let's wait and see. Jesse Akayogo says 75% of Rivers State schools lacks teachers and dilapidated. It's true, because here in Gwara Community Primary School 1 and 2, there are no teachers and the schools are dilapidated. Please, I'm calling on the state government to come to our aid. There have been calls right from the past administration for teachers to be employed. This is not something new. I mean, anybody that wants to deny it, I'm pretty sure then you're not in Rivers State, because the calls for teachers have constantly asked for teachers to be employed, especially when the 10,000 employment thing came up. Teachers wanted much of that to go to the school so that we have more teachers in the primary schools. And with the state of primary schools in communities across the several local governments in the state, I mean, you'd also know that there is a lot that we need to do. Thank God Ability says majority of primary schools in rural areas are dilapidated. It's very unfortunate that the past administration did not invest enough in education throughout its 8 years. No, I think, let me correct you. Thank God the past administration invested in education. But if you say that the past administration did not invest enough in primary education, then it makes more sense. We get where you're coming from, right? But not to say education in total, because education in general, tertiary education, there was investments that were done there, and that's education too. So if we specify, then you make a better point. Justice Ori says Omujoga community in MOA local government has 3 primary schools and 1 secondary school. The state governor has been up and doing. I urge him to employ teachers. Okay. Joy Honorere says, thank God they've confirmed our vote for Peter Obi was rigged for Tinubu. No thanks to Wike. It wasn't really rigged. If their leader asked them to vote for this person and they went and voted for that person, they voted for who their leader told them to vote. What the question you should ask is that, don't these followers have a mind of their own to look at for who is going to better me? Who would bring policies? I think this is a conversation we had sometime on radio where we said, do Nigerians even know why they vote for who they vote for? Because most of the times it's almost like our party is voting for this, everybody votes. Our leader says, they've said it now, our leader says we should vote for this, so everybody goes. You don't look at whether this person is credible. Does this person have policies that would fit, that will benefit my children, benefit me? Because now if you are having harsh economic policies, poor education and the rest of them, it is because you voted somebody. Simple. So did you know that you had to look at this individual if they have these qualities and if they can deliver this? We had that conversation some time ago. Stephen Letom says, good morning. I thought Emeka Oke is a commissioner in this government. Why is he attacking the governor? The position of the governor in respect of the primary school status in Rivers State is nothing but the truth. Ufeli says, the federal line, we hardly see light to in 5 hours. Okay, somebody has just come to talk about the Band 18 I was talking about. Okay, send in more messages on Facebook. We'll be taking as much as we can. In the meantime, let's go to the phone lines. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007. Now, those are the numbers to call to join in on the conversation this morning. Quickly on X, Nigeria Info PH. Don't forget to go there and also follow us and drop your comments. We'll be taking those comments on X shortly as well. On WhatsApp, it is 0809-030-6416. Quickly tell us your name and where you're calling from, and straight to the point. Keep it very short. Thank you. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is J.A.J. I'm calling you from Rumigbo.
All right, J.A.J., go on.
Yeah, Andrew, how proactive can a governor be right now? Just yesterday, we were talking about the high rate of rent in Rivers State. Just that same yesterday, the governor has met with the Federal Housing Authority to make sure that everybody have a house. Just like the project, they said that even though it failed, housing for all by the year 2020, remember? So for me, I think we have a very proactive governor who has rolled up his sleeve to make sure that River State is carried along in the scheme of things. But also observe that over 75% of schools don't have teachers. Already working towards that and making sure that everybody has education at the end of the day. But my problem with these teachers, by the time they are employed, some of them don't even go to their own area. The local education authority, please make sure you also help, not sitting in the office and teachers are loitering about while they are in school. They are already dragging my one shop and all those put together. Make sure that they do the work.
All right, JJ, your point has been made. Let's move on to the next caller now. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Yeah, good morning, Andrew.
Go on.
Yeah, my name is Susie. I'm calling from Rema Community.
All right, go on. Straight to the point, please.
Let me acknowledge the stakeholder meeting held at Emova. Honorable Barrister Chidi Loy mentioned the reaffirmation of renewal agenda of Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and also appreciating the fact that the leader of PDP Rivers State, Barrister Nyesom Wike, has been given the opportunity to serve in his government. Yes, I actually agree with Barrister Chidi Loy, because during the 2023 election, like people who want to say that some people are doing PDAPC, it was the same PDAPC that produced the governor of Rivers State. It was the same PDAPC that produced all the House of Assembly members, both first and the senators and the House of Assembly member Rivers State. So for anybody to taunt on the issue concerning PDAPC, even as I speak to you, I think the Rivers State government has also abandoned the continuity projection of the mantra, and they are now doing a renewed hope agenda of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So it is very important for us to understand that Rivers State is for all of us, and not to malign even the man who actually made it possible for all of us to be here. For anybody who cares to know, Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike should be appreciated for the effort he made, the brunt he bore, for the purpose of emancipation of the present governor of Rivers State. And nobody can deny that. And which is
all right, Susie, point made. Like we'll move on to another caller now. Thank you very much.
To that extent.
Good morning, Nigeria Info.
My friend Andrew, good morning.
You're welcome.
Justice Ori from Omudioga.
All right, go on.
Let me start with the death of veteran Nollywood actor Chino Pope. The death is a very sad one. You look at what is happening in Nollywood. just within 1 month, you see death of Adechi Monago and this now again, Gino Pope. Gino Pope's death was very avoidable, assuming there were precautionary measures. How can you enter such a high sea without life jacket? It's a very high risk. His death is as a result of negligence. You have a very young wife and 3 little children you have to take care of, and you are taking risks. It's very sad and very bad. That is when I hear the death, it pissed me off. Now, schools in River State are dilapidated. Andrew, in my community, Omudioga, we have 3 primary schools and 1 secondary school. Andrew, I can tell you that these schools are in bad shape. They are of low manning, no enough teachers to teach, no teaching materials, no learning materials. The environment is not conducive for learning. When we talk of schools that are bad shape, remember Omudioga is number 1. Government should come to our aid. We need help. Thank you, Andrew.
All right, thank you very much. Nigeria Info, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Andrew.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes, my name is Solution, and I'm calling you from Rumolumine.
Okay, Solution, go on.
Yes, I want to comment on the death of Gino Pope, the Nollywood actor. I watched the show the before the accident that led to death. On that video, he was making the video 30, and the boat driver, the person right there, was the boat driver now was behind him with an eyeglass, and they were just playing. The driver wasn't concentrating on that scene. Not even any kind of safety measure like a life jacket and all that. I believe what killed him was the lack of concentration from that boat driver. That guy is a young guy putting on the eyeglass, and we are playing and riding on the high speed. If the Gino Pope was making it, the one made that driver, the boat driver, not to concentrate. It was that of lack of concentration. What that accident that led to the death of this guy and other people. And now they are talking only Gino Pope, forgetting that Gino Pope died with other Nollywood actors. The other time, other people that died with him, they are also. After they will have the other news that the guy survived, we pray. But I went to online to check on reliable source like Vanguard. Vanguard said he's dead and he didn't survive. You know, but we are still praying that news that say he did not die. Let that one be true, because that guy is too young to live 3 children. Some boys and a young
Thank
wife.
you very much.
39 years old man.
I think I like something you said. There were other people that also died, and I think, he might be the most popular amongst them. That's the reason why you have, a lot of people, and because of the fans that he has, of course, you'd expect that people would respond in this way. Not to say that people do not care about the lives of others that were with him that are now lost and gone. It's a really sad one, and it tells a lot, because I saw that video too, and I could tell that he felt the driver was being too fast, or how he was driving, because you would hear him say in the video things like, I beg go, I get 3 children, now let me go raise them. It was more like he wasn't used to traveling on water as well. It brought us to why then weren't proper safety measures taken before that journey. Oh, well, good morning, Nigeria Info.
Good morning, my brother.
You're welcome.
I am happily annoyed this morning with the news of that Bollywood actor that died as a result only of negligence from the boat owners, negligence from them, the passengers, and more especially from the government, the transportation ministry, from the commissioners, who ought to ensure that people traveling on seas and rivers are well kitted, well guided, and again, the ability in ensuring that there are safety, like emergency ambulances and divers in major sea travel areas. But the government will not do that, and the individuals too who are running the fees. Yes, at times when they get there are no jackets and they need to go where to go. But some of them is qualified to buy their own jackets by themselves. Whenever they are traveling, they wear it by themselves. It's very painful, like I must say, because that guy is one of the guys I love watching his movies. And then the governor talking about 75% university schools lack teachers and 90% dilapidated. My brother, man, these are the things we have been crying. I'm happy that it is coming directly from the governor himself. This is part of the reason why somebody like me in APC is interested in what the governor is doing and can talk for the governor because he is doing exactly the things I want these people to be done. Not coming on air talking, you are doing this, and at the end of the day, you are doing nothing. He should stand out there on holiday. Those ones they can start fixing. They should start fixing them.
All right.
Those things, some schools, or most of the schools, don't have water.
Thank you very much. Let's get on to another caller now. A point has been made. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
All right, morning to you.
Yeah, and Lugaman from Eche.
All right, straight to the point.
Yes,
please.
Andrew, 75% of our primary schools lack teachers by the governor of Rivers State, and the 90% dilapidated. For me, it's not a good one. You see, I so much thank God that we in the media have been vindicated. We have been every day by day shouting that come to the rural areas, see what is happening in our schools. But nobody has to listen. Former Governor Ikenwike killed the second primary school in Rivers State. And thank God today, team have realized that yes, look at what the past did.
Lugaman, I think it is also out of place to say that the past administration killed primary and secondary school in the state. You can better say they didn't do enough.
Okay.
But you can't say they killed it because people were still going to school.
But for now, please, I want to urge him. So please, you are seeing that there is no teachers. Do the walking and leave the talking. Let me shock you, Andrew. Do you know that I visited one primary school in Ogida? My brother, there is no teacher in that school. One man called Onwa City used his own hard resources to employ teachers. And he paid them every month with his own salary. Andrew, please book a day. I will take you to that community and you see what is happening. That almost the schools in our rural areas lack teachers. In my own community above, state school above, almost the same thing. So, simply.
All right, Lugaman, thank you. Governor Sim, Lugaman, I think I corrected you about this before. Lugaman, please, remember, it's the governor, so please attach that prefix before you, when you address, not Sim, please, Governor Sim or Governor Fubara. Thank you. Nigeria Info, good morning.
Yes, Andrew, sir.
You're welcome.
Mrs. Cheke, I'm calling from again.
Go ahead.
The death of Junior Pope morning. Where he was shouting, and also remember his 3 children. That is the area that have killed me this morning. But the news is something else. Some people said, he was taken to mortuary, and the mortuary attendant said he should be taken to hospital. At a point, the news came again that he was alive. This morning, he's also dead. Let the will of God prevail. Then, regards to the school, our governor has said, government is for continuity, sir. If all these things have been realized, there is need to put measure and way into action. And Andrew, please, let me correct Lugaman. Ogida is my place. And Ogida has a new secondary school. Where people like Professor Ndimele, Kenneth Nduku, Dr. Romanu Sumwala, including the Onwa and other well-meaning Ogida people, have been meeting themselves from one meeting to the other, tasking themselves money and not to the Onwa. They even contributed money to produce a desk, which Professor Ndimele produced the highest, followed by my husband and Dr. Nwala. They even contributed more than the Onwa. He shouldn't be misinforming the public. If he has gone to his house to take money to advertise him, he should advertise him genuinely, not in Ogida community where I heard from, and where he knows everything that is happening over there. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. We'll go for a short commercial now. When we return, we'll take messages on WhatsApp and more of your messages from Facebook. I'll just touch on 2 or 3 of them before we go on the break. Stanley on one men says, good morning, Ifemi. He says, watching from Omuma. Okay. Kennedy says, why would they go on a boat without a life jacket? That was a big mistake. Aduro Jawale says, did my NYSC in a school year in 2009 or 10? Too bad the school is still like that. A committee should be set up to revamp these schools. Education is the pivot for development in any society. I know that the Commission of Education at one time talked about how there were buildings, work and going to build dilapidated primary schools and communities. They were taking stock of the numbers of the schools across, and that how it was difficult for at the state level to know exactly what's happening at the local level. For me,
you are tuned in to
Nigeria Info. We'll be right back after this.
Anywhere Clara enter like this, people must give up.